Yeah. I forgot that shit kind of fucked me up. Let's go.
2, 1.
Welcome back to Green Light City. We got a special guest. What we like to call these type of guys is the Hooper's Hooper. The kind of guy that even your favorite players say he's the man. We got Darryl Baxter.
My man.
What's up, baby?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, so first of all, do you consider yourself a GOAT of your peers? What do you hear about this GOAT talk? Talk to us.
Well,
They seeing you the GOAT, or at least right there with the GOATs that's mentioned.
from around my way in my city, I have got a lot of GOAT talk. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but
Yeah.
a lot of people have come up to me and tell me, you one of the coldest dudes, or you are the coldest dude I done seen hoop. I ain't even gonna lie. A lot of people then came up to me and said that.
How does that make you feel? Are you just ice cold, money don't fold, or it's kind of hit your heart a little bit?
It do hit my heart a little bit because I feel like I should have made it a lot further than I did.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of choices I made in life wasn't about the right, but everything happened for a reason.
Correct. So, going back, my first memory of you, I didn't seen Jordan come from the right to the left in LA. I seen one time Cedric Moody did a 360 on the other side in practice, coaching everybody up. One of my vividest memories is in about 5th grade, I seen you jab right, take it between your legs 3 times, one dribble left on a dime, pull up, nothing but net, and some all black sweatpants and some black and white dope man Nikes. And my reaction to it was, damn, he just did it like Mike. How's he doing it so young? Did anybody see this? Or am I the only one that can see this? And then you walked off like it was nothing. I knew you was the man. Where did the hoop dreams first start for you?
Well, during that time, when what you talking about, I really was all off natural instincts. I really wasn't watching no Mike or nothing at that time. I was living with my grandparents. And when I was 11, 12, during that age, I never watched no basketball. My grandfather didn't have no basketball on TV. He watching Channel 8 News, Channel 4 News, and I really didn't get no basketball exposure. I really got it naturally.
So you would say that it was a God-given gift.
Definitely.
So it's a lot of great players that came through here. I remember one time our coach Doug Mitchell came in our film session, and he asked Jason and Marcus what was they doing and who was this little black the real dark-skinned basketball player. He didn't even know your name, but he knew you was doing your thing. When you ran up against a guy like Gardner, how did it fare for you? Did Gardner give you everything you needed?
Well, Gardner was a player that was always ranked fairly high, and not just in our state, nationally fairly high. So playing against him, if you're a hooper and you got that, you want to hoop. If you're a killer, got any type of killer instinct in you, you're gonna want to play against him. So whenever I played against him, I always felt like he was just another player, really. I ain't never had no fear going against him. I really thought I was better than him.
So who you going? Who was a tougher matchup, Huggy Dye or Jason Gardner back in that time?
That's a close. Well, Huggy had transferred from somewhere from out of state, and he came in top dog status. I ain't gonna lie. So at that time, I think Huggy was a senior, and I don't know. That's a close call. I ain't gonna lie. They both was on that. They was both called. Both of them.
So thinking back on your life, where do you think the hoops dream kind of fell off track? I know there was a point your senior year where your dad passed away. How did that affect you?
That's crazy because it affected me differently because I didn't actually, when he died, I didn't even think it would affect me like it did affect me. A lot of, like, one of my players, AJ Mel's the point guard on my team as the Warren Central. I'm guaranteed he probably didn't even know my father died when we was in my senior year. So it's a lot of people really didn't even know what was going on. Well, behind closed doors, I was kind of going through some stuff and I really didn't know how to explain or how to even get through it.
When did you first realize it was affecting you?
Well, the first time it affected me when I tried to go to school, and my mother had told me you should stay home. You know, this is serious, and I'm like, I'm all right. And as soon as somebody asked me why I had missed the day before, and then my head I started getting kind of emotional just thinking about it, and I couldn't even really talk. It kind of froze up. And that's when I knew, like, this is more than what I thought.
Yeah. I remember my dad passed away, and you never knew who cared or not, but you knew he was cool. And then when they go, you still talking about him to this day.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So, did you ever bounce back, or what happened from there?
As the year went along, yeah, I was all right. I was just going through it, trying to keep it on the low. Like I said, a lot of my teammates, some of my coaches probably didn't even know what I actually was going through. But I just kept on going, just going as much as I can do. I ain't never stopped. I ain't never missed a game.
So, at this part, we'd like to find out who you're going. Who you going? Jason Gardner or Chris Thomas?
Chris Thomas.
Who you going? Big Zach Randolph or Big Martin Brothers?
Martin, my man, but I gotta go with Zach.
Who you going? Big Martin Brothers or Big Courtney James?
Another close one, but I gotta go with Courtney. Courtney won the state championship.
Who you going? Big Courtney James or Big John Stewart?
Big John definitely was gonna go to the next level, without a doubt. But Big John.
Big John?
Yeah.
If you had a team and you needed a 4-man or a 5-man, you going Big Ricky Buckley or you going Big Mike Campbell? I'm
going Buck. Buck dog. I go to war with both of them, but I done played with Buck afterwards since high school. I'm going with Buck.
That's tough. So, you going Big Aaron Hogg or you going Big Jermaine Dearman?
They play two different positions. It depends on which one I need.
You just missing one spot.
What?
You already got the same squad you got, but just one of them gonna start, one of them gonna come off.
It depends on what I need. So if I need a big man, I'm definitely going with JD. If I need a wing, I'm going with Boss. So it depends on what I need on the team.
Safe answer for a teammate. I appreciate it. A little scrambly right there, but who am I to say? I would say it different.
Well,
I don't really know, to be honest with you. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if we got time, can I give you some questions?
Yeah, we got some guests coming in. We're going to get right to the bottom of that. I'd love to cut the deck with you.
Please.
With that being said, now we heard you was coached by the legendary Jack Kiefer.
Definitely.
Tell us a little bit about Jack. We've heard about him a little bit on the court, a little bit in Geist. What's going on?
I believe Jack Kiefer was the best coach in Indianapolis, Indiana history. I learned a lot under Jack. I played under Jack for 3 years at Lawrence North before I transferred to Warren Central my senior year. But
Doug Mitchell, Alan Darner might have a problem with that.
I would agree. But I still always going with Jack, without a doubt.
Absolutely. So you're known for a special move. Very rarely, Kareem was known for the sky hook, Mike for the fadeaway. Beside Allen Iverson, you're about the only person I know that's really, really known for that crossover. Where did that develop, and how did it get, and when did you know it was so lethal?
Well, it all came from when I was living with my grandparents, like I said from the beginning. I used to just dribble up and down the street between my legs, shooting on a limb in front of the house. But as I got older, I say watching Allen Iverson was a big influence on me at that time, because I always had my own little handles, left, right, between legs, whatever, but watching him actually enhanced my crossover, because he was doing it so freakish, and I started thinking I could do it like him.
Did you find out you was doing it like him?
Definitely. I thought I had the best crossover in my city for sure.
So one thing that baffles me about you is sometimes even in a city full of super players, some people might say it's the hater capital of the world, depending on the day and who's getting hated on, right?
Right.
With that being said, you are one of the few names that when it comes up, you're on the good list. They want you right there. They don't mind giving you your flowers. When you see the reaction of other people versus how they react to you, is it something that boggles your mind and makes you like, wow? Or is it something like, I've been that dude, so it's easy to see why they feel that way about me?
On some real shit, I always felt like I was better than most motherfuckers. So when people do come up to me, it don't never wow me. I mean, I'm happy and it make me feel good. But at the same time, basketball been my life since I was young, man. Well, I'm gonna say, since I was about 12 when I fully started watching it full time. But once I started really watching it and paying attention to the NBA, basketball I was full-time basketball, and I didn't never really think nobody was way better than me besides the NBA player.
So you went to Lawrence North, then you went over there to Warren Central, teamed up with some of the coldest in the city. Big Boss Hall, JD. Was Wilson there?
Yep.
Fox.
Lil T the Hub, Fox, yep. D. Miller. Point guard AJ Mills.
So when you came through there, was they looking at, well, okay, I'm glad you asked. You talked about AJ. When you came through there, did you see in AJ's eyes, he was like, oh shit, spots might be took?
No. I saw that we already had talked, and we knew we was gonna play together. We already knew I was gonna be the one, he'd be the two, or he'd be the two, I'd be the one. We'd just rotate back and forth. We already knew what was going on.
Is that how it ended up working out?
Definitely, yep, exactly like that. Only thing happened with us was a couple of our star players, one of them was hurt. D. Miller was hurt most of the year, and then L, he missed the majority of the season.
Yeah, that was a crucial miss right there, because I know he dropped 31 on one of our guards. I remember one winter.
That was a major
even though we
piece.
won.
Yeah, it was a major piece, though. A lot of people don't even talk about that or bring that up. I think if L and D. Miller would have played majority of the season, we would have been a lot better.
So at Warren, what was your toughest game? Who was your toughest game against? What was that game where you was like, I'm in the middle of the battlegrounds and it was showtime, the intensity was high, the crowd was rocking?
When we played against y'all, it was like that. When we played against North Central, when we played against Pike, it was like that. We had a couple.
What happened against Pike?
The game came down to the end. They won because I think Pike only lost one game to y'all, I believe, that year. But they beat us, but it was a tough game. It was a tough game.
Okay, so we got a couple guests we want to bring in, but before we do, one last question. The people been knowing, we gotta be honest here, cut the deck. A lot of people said that you had your game and your swagger was so ahead of its time, so futuristic that you felt like you didn't even have to show them what you got because everybody already knew what it was. And so some people might misconceive that with you didn't have a lot of heart or you was cowering away from your talents. What you got to say about that? Because everybody's been wondering.
Well, shit, I just think I always thought I could have been way more aggressive when I was younger, but it just takes time for your game to mature. And once I got to the age of where I was already mature with my game, I started getting in trouble. And that really took me, sprawled my ass downhill. But other than that, I think it just needed my game just to keep maturing. I just needed to get older and keep on playing. I just really stunted my own growth. Let's put it like that.
Real GOAT talk.
Yeah.
We got one of your teammates here, AJ Miles. He's an ex, what is he, a Harlem Globetrotter, Mr. Fantastic and about everything he tried in sports and dance and rap. Man of many talents. If you can come on up to the stage. First thing we want to know from you is how did it feel when this piranha got to walking through hallways?
Jay.
I don't give a damn what he said. if I'm point guard and he's walking through halls, I'm thinking like, oh shit, I gotta get it together real quick. It ain't got serious.
So are you asking me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I never seen it like that. I had played with Ed my sophomore year, so
Shout out to Ed.
yeah, I knew
Shout out
DB
to
and all
Spacey.
them. Yeah, I knew DB and them and all them before, but my junior year, Coach Hetty literally told me that he wanted a backup point guard for Danny, and I was third on the list. So I was like, all right. So I dominated JV for like 3 games, and every time I got on varsity, we would go up. Danny was a All-American or whatever at that time.
Davidson.
Yeah, Danny Davidson was tough. So
That was nice.
he needed to score more. So Hetty moved me into the point guard position. So the first practice, I remember talking to Mike, and I was like, all right, it's cool. We're going to work out, but I'm playing the 2 because I can't play the 1.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go after Willie White. So that's what I did. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
by the middle of the year, I was starting.
Congratulations, sir.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. For those
But
that
again,
don't know,
me
it
and
tough to
Darryl was
start
cool.
back in them days.
We was cool before he came to Warren. So in that summer, everybody know my house is the hangout house and everything. And then that whole summer, me, him, Boss, L, and JD went to every court and played. So it didn't. This is why I always say, and I'm not trying to throw Hetty under the bus.
4 almost, wasn't it?
It was 5. Me, L, DB, Boss, and JD.
Man.
And we will hoop all summer. So when he came, I remember Darryl came to me in the hall and was like, man, they think we about to beef. I'm like, I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Because we had been playing together all year. So I didn't think like, oh, my competition. I just played with a great guard. But if I can bring the ball up and I got this dude who, would you average like 17 or 16 or something like that?
15.
Yeah, but then we had JD who was All-State. Boss ended up going D1 too. So I had just told Ray E this. I think as a point guard.
Shout out to JD and Boss. I think
Yeah.
they was both big dance participants in
Oh, yeah.
college.
JD, Big Game Jermaine, went to the Sweet 16.
I think Wichita went too, though.
Yeah. And JD definitely, he got Bruce Weber that job at Illinois. He got Painter the job at Purdue. They were all on that staff when JD went to the Sweet 16.
JD is one of my main dogs.
Yeah, so, but when we came together, it went nothing. And I think Hetty.
Hold on, man. Wait. We only got so much time.
Okay.
Was people you observed like, oh, here come DB?
Yeah. That's why he came to me. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I wasn't worried. I'm gonna tell you something funny that you don't know.
Okay.
I remember the news or somebody came to us, and we had just beat LC in the county. And right before we played Pike. You know, they got Chris and Ike and
Isaac.
Yeah, they had Ike. 2. We lost on the last. They got a steal. 2
Big
got a
O.
dunk.
I knew it was a close
Yeah.
game.
Two,
It was a good
But
game.
before we
It was
played
a real
them,
good game.
now here's the thing. Before we played them, they was like, what y'all gonna do with their guards? And I'm like, I got Darryl. I'm not worried about them. Me and Darryl was in
So
crazy shape.
Who you going? You or Chris Thomas?
I'll say to you, 100%. In
you-
high school?
I'm saying just on a court with no jersey, head to head.
I mean, we know it's
for
gonna
the
be.
spot.
It's go. I mean, we
With-
gonna.
with no bias
Number one,
or
we gonna listen. We gonna battle everything out, right? But I respect CT's one of the greatest players to ever come through Indianapolis. I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. Like at the end of the day, but he knows to see me and CT cool. He knows it's gonna be a dog fight. You know what I'm saying? But when we played Pike, they came and was like, "Who you?"